Hello, everyone. We are about to start. So at 7 o'clock, we'll be start properly. Welcome to our Livestream guest. Hello, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Kristen. I'm 18 and I'm from
Do you want to talk about what you do at with?
Yeah, so I am a volunteer from organisations. My volunteer is actually is anti-bullying. So I started very fun 50 being a mentor for people who have mentors. If they can't talk to somebody, they come to me. We'll talk about it. Like, would that come to me whenever they do? Also, I've been involved with that for the current, but will be leaving in July. I also campaign an organisation thing called Help the Homeless Midway, where we try to give a form and yeah.
Just know, I have been having Wi-Fi issues today. Suddenly go. I apologise.
I've been cooking my grandparents because I live with my grandparents because I'm helping them with whatever is happening, because they're and I've just come off of race council because we're electing our news. We've just had, which I have to.
So do you want to talk more help the homeless?
Has been pretty big in me. In fact, like any charity work has, people who think they're but it's really sad. Anything. Some people that on the street every time it's horrible. I don't know. Something I set up and I some I did one with some school. Like, so, oh, I was 400. It was amazing. My school was really creative. And I could do that. Unfortunately, I can't because of COVID-19. At the moment, I'm just branching out, speaking to local council. Have a great.
Let's see if we've got any questions coming in. So, being the vice chair
It's really good. So with the chair to like help make decisions and stuff. I've on ONS, which is an overview of young people want to talk about education, and I like local councillors, my councillors, and all the remaining young people and children. Really, I've been able to make 18 don't vote, but they still have a voice. They really deserve to be heard, and having done a big impact on that, especially over the past 3 years, it's been amazing to see like the change itself and the team. Amazing. So this is really good to make a direct impact.
So you've done
the main awards ceremony we do it on and youth services get involved and they help us. High event, good thing. I was actually nominated a finalist last year for it, and I was nominated the year before. I'm from team, and it's really good. It's and run it because you can see the team just like working together. It's really, and it's also great to see that these young people are recognizing what they do. I think it's amazing. For that, or when we went laser tag, there was like a whole group. It was really fun. The cabinet won because we're the best, but it was good fun.
About the award you've been nominated for?
Yeah, so I have been nominated for a National Diversity Award for the Positive Role Model Age category. Whoever, thank you. And it was for all the volunteering, and yeah, it's been amazing to see all the support I've had, and it is amazing because I don't do this for me. I do this for other people, but it's really good to see that people are supporting me and that. So, yeah, fingers crossed, finalist, but we won't know till yeah.
It's the vote, like the vote.
It's the 8th of June that voting closes, so can't wait for that day.
And it go to vote?
Yeah, so you can go to the National Diversity page and search up my name, or on my Instagram or on my Twitter. It's there. It's in the description. So if you click on that and then just fill everything out, and that's basically it.
Yeah, anyone any questions, put them in the comments. See if there's anything new. Check the comments. %. So you're 18. What's it been like? How's your education been affected? That's what I'm trying to say.
So at the moment, I don't really have an education, but my school's really good in sending links and stuff to like do pre-uni stuff. So it's been really good. They've been really supportive. But it has an education not being cool. It has let me focus on my grandparents, who I said I live with. So it's been really good to help awful time, but also to get a lot of things done. But it is really worrying because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in September, or if I'm going to go to university in September, because it might not happen. I'm worried about my grades. I shouldn't be, because they should be fine. But there's always that thing like, that I could control. I could, if I failed, it was because I failed in those exams, not because my teacher thought I wasn't good enough. So I'm concerned about that in that respect, and not being able to go to university next year because I might not be able to. I should be fine. But it has given me a lot more free time to like read up on what I want to do. So I want to do physics, in particular astrophysics. So this extra time has allowed me to, like, I did read about it, but this has given me time to read in depth about, rather than education, or like the curriculum that I have to learn, rather. So it's okay. I'm always going to be concerned about my education.
Check this again. So anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, one thing I would say to everyone, you have to be like old or like 18 or an adult to have your voice. I mean, I'm at 13, and I wish I had like started earlier. Like youth councils are like from 11 to 18. I wish I'd done that. I wish I just got involved and knew about it more. So I would look into volunteering. It's amazing. It makes you feel so much better. I mean, happy knowing that I'm helping someone. I mean, it could be one person, or it could be 100,000 people, but you have one person's life, and knowing that is so I'd say get involved when you can. You're not going to have that chance forever. Even when you're older, do something. It's really good. And you meet a lot of people as well. You meet a lot of friends. Like I've met Archie or my friend Ham. They're amazing people. And if I didn't volunteer, I would have never met them. And I live my life without texting them every day. So get involved, volunteer. You not only help other people, but it's great on the mind. Like, you know, yes, I've achieved something. I've done something. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely get involved. And if you want any details on local youth council, might be the DM Operation Livestream, or sure Christina won't mind getting a DM. So yeah, get involved. It is great. You really can make a difference.
Yes.
No questions yet. Oh. There it goes. Blank something.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
What are your plans for post-COVID? So, like, once you leave the youth council, for example, what do you plan to do still?
Well, I plan on doing a lot more with this homelessness campaign, because it's really hard to do that right now. I mean, I can't go out as much because of my grandparents. They're like very vulnerable. But I mean, even when I go to university, I will like volunteer. But I mean, the first thing I'm gonna do is see my mom and my sister. But definitely, the main thing would be to continue with this homelessness campaign thing. There is a local person in and I've like to like a health board or something, even when I go to university for Medway, which is amazing. So I'll be doing that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, health's always been a big thing, like especially men's, because that's not the amount of people who go, you like, wow, you're so, but never on behind the surface, and with, so as someone who has problems tell, it's like be and be so low and like to feel like you have nobody. And that's one of the reasons I actually became a mentor, because I know what it's like. And I'm a big campaigner for like mental health. I believe we do need better systems to like facilitate issues. I like was first recognized when I was 7. I didn't even know what I wanted to do. So I think there does need to be, especially for young people who don't necessarily know what they're going, which is something we're working on also.
So, I'm trying to think now. I think I was on a Zoom about teachers. Is it? Now.
Yeah, I
can't remember now.
It was on meetings with students and teachers about education.
Yeah, that we leave early, unfortunately. It go like? Do you want to talk about that?
That was amazing. Alia was amazing, but it was great to talk to those people almost every single day. It was great to talk to people like that who teachers, education. It's great to tell them our concerns and what maybe they could like help people with like mental health or what would be better rather than doing a specific thing, and how we felt about some of the things that teachers did rather. I seem to hear that teachers aren't always, they have to. One teacher who's was they got told if they had overheard an argument between a student and a teacher, the student was had to agree with the teacher.
Yeah.
And that even teachers are happy with what they have to do. Really amazing, because you don't hear that side of teachers' story. You always hear, oh, teachers are bad or like that, but you never hear their side. It was really good to see that students and teachers were working together, because you always think, oh, the teacher knows best and they don't really care about us, but hearing their voices and they do care. Hearing especially that they would want to do it, that they think it's a great thing, was amazing. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, she runs the big student,
pupil
power. That's it.
Yeah.
Student call up, was it?
Yeah, she did that as well.
Yeah.
No. But it's great, you know, it's all fun to talk about things.
Definitely.
So,
trying to check the questions. I think questions yet. Don't forget, if you do have questions, put them in the comments. What's it sort of into this sort of COVID period?
Really, it's been hard in some ways. I mean, with my education, I expected it, so that was okay. But at the same time, every day knowing that if I did COVID, I might kill my grandparents, and having that feeling, having them to say, "Look, you does a whole weight off my shoulders," because I didn't know if we needed to take exams or not, and we hadn't finished the course entirely. I needed to go to finish the course in case I needed to take the exam. So having that, you don't have exams, you don't have to go to school, was a weight off of my shoulders. But it's hard, because obviously my grandparents are ill, and vulnerable, so I have to be really careful what I do. And like even like daily exercise, careful, like even more careful than usual. Also, like I'm not allowed to see my although up the road I can't see her, and she has a boyfriend who is really ill. So he had a stroke, he's paralyzed, half of his body is paralyzed, functioning properly, and he is like in a condition. So it's really hard that I can't go and help my care for him, that I can't like support her in that way. Even though I'm supporting my grandparents, I would want my mom, but I can't. It's breaking lockdown, and I could put his life at risk. But it's hard in that respect. Like I said before, I need to like read on stuff that I want to read on, regarding like why I want in a career. But it's also like spring clean, and do like gardening, which I couldn't do because you drown in books, or like have more time to sit and watch the TV series that I wanted, which I couldn't do because I was studying. But I can watch it, but it's boring in a sense because I love my parents so much, but not anybody else is just really hard. Also, one good thing it has to do is like catch up with my friends, anybody, because I was too busy. But now I do that. I can call you and talk to you. I'm not studying. I do study. I don't want to fall behind. So there are good.
What were you studying at A-level?
So I did maths, further maths, physics, chemistry, and Yeah.
So what's EPQ? I haven't heard.
So you have to. I think AS and an A level. I'm not entirely sure. Don't trust me on that. But it's an essay. So you have to write like that for a subject. I did mine on black holes because, as I said, I'm interested in astrophysics and like astronomy, cosmology. And you have a question, an essay about it. Like, so you introduce what to talk about, and then you talk about your art. Mine was significance of the discovery of a black hole, so what good, what was bad, and then you conclude, and then you have to do a presentation on it. So it was very time consuming because you have to read back up words, but it was because you read a lot more than outside your course interested in anyway.
So what do you want to go on to do as a job if you're doing a lot of physics stuff?
Research would be a really good thing because black holes, they really interest me, and like we know how they're formed and everything, but it's what happens with them which I'm really interested in. So research would be a really interesting thing. So yeah, because there's so much I don't know about. So it would be interesting.
I think I remember when I was young, Uncle Albert, so like Albert Einstein. That was all about sort of time and space and like vortexes and stuff.
Yeah, the person I refer to is always Stephen Hawking. I've got like a whole shelf, like a library of Stephen Hawking.
My brain's gone blank tonight.
Okay.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, not personally. I mean, one of the things, because obviously I said about doing volunteering, another thing is just don't judge. I know it's stereotypical, but don't judge whatever. Like, I mean, not so just look out for them. I mean, look out for anyone in life. I mean, you never know when your last hello is, your last goodbye is. I know that much, but no regret.
I mean,
try to anyway.
It is Mental Health Awareness Week, so.
Yeah, so sometimes you can. Like having mental health issues, right? At all. I mean, don't judge me. I have, like, as I said, I've had them since I was 7. Like, I have depression, OCD. So, I mean, the OCD thing is fine. I mean, I just have everything in a certain order. I have light switches, have my door closed at all times, have things all in a certain order. I'm okay with that. But depression and anxiety is different. I mean, some people were like, oh, you have anxiety, you can't speak in big crowds. No, I mean, I'm doing this. But my anxiety is like, I can't speak to a singular person. I can speak like, yes, they may be looking at me. I'm not, and I don't care if one person in that audience hates me because there was a whole audience. Or like, my attention isn't on one particular person, it's on all of them, so I don't really get to see what they're seeing. But if it's one person, I know that person is judging me hard. And their face, I can see Tesco's, I can't talk to someone, I can't ring my dentist on the phone. Obviously, people different impression, you wouldn't know. But there are going to be days like, yeah, I'm great, but you're not. Don't. This is another like health issue. Don't treat somebody like damaged. If you're damaged, I'm proud because it allowed me to mentor people, speak on my issues, and it's allowed like me to help other people with what I have. I know I'm damaged. But don't also like them. Don't make them feel like if you let them do something, that's just bad. They feel trapped like that. Well, I do personally anyway. But yeah, just obviously it is Mental Health Awareness Week. Just be nice to people. I mean, it sounds bad, but be nice. It sounds simple, but all you have to do is nice. Be supportive of people. You don't know what anyone's going through behind closed doors. You don't know whether this person's lost a loved one or is suffering from mental health illness or is feeling trapped or something. Just like be nice. Unless you know their full circumstance. Wait. Don't be
Just texting hello and stuff, and
yeah, but don't feel obliged. Like I've read like so many things. Oh, it's COVID-19. Like, make sure your friends are okay every single day. You shouldn't have that burden on your shoulder. You should, I mean, obviously, try okay, but like it's a job or a chore. Yeah, I mean, just always be nice to people. I don't see any reason for being mean to people. Just be nice. That may make me sound like really naive. Just be nice. Lots of one nice thing can outweigh a really bad thing. Okay, be nice. I know that makes me sound naive. But
yeah. Checking the comments. Don't think there are any questions.
Are people judging me hard?
It's fine. We don't need to get that many questions. Sometimes it's just a bit quiet.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, is there anything to talk about?
I mean, just be nice. Help people the way you can as much. Like the Medway Youth Council, okay. So that's celebrating young people in Medway doing amazing things during like this pandemic. And I spoke to a girl, and she went, "Oh, I've been like shopping for my mum and like my grandparents and delivering their shopping because they can't go out, and like I've been helping mum with her business. I'd like to do this for you, like nominate you and everything." And she went, "It's not good enough. One act of kindness is great. Maybe that's fine, but just like anything you do isn't have to throw this party or volunteer for the biggest organization, but every small thing matters." I'll tell you a little story. This might sound really lame. But I met this girl once on an anti-bullying trip, and we went to Alexandra Palace in London for a big conference. I met her once. She was in my group for the day, so I had 4 hours with her tops. Okay, and then every time I saw her at school, I saw her. On that conference, we had this like little secret handshake. This like group of us had. Okay, so we do that every single time I saw her, and then I got called into the principal's office. And then was deferred to a senior leadership team member, so deputy headmaster, I guess. And he went to me, "Do you know this person?" I had to say I met her once. Okay. And then he explained that he had a meeting with her mum, and it turns out she had news. And she being bullied a lot because she had mental health issues. She had other problems, medical problems, and she got bullied for that as well. And he said to me that they gave her the option, a member of staff after her, in the sense that it's like with an SEN, with a special educational needs person, they would sit in her lessons or meet with her every single day after school when she had after school camp, or she had the option of a student look after her. This would be an older student, and she chose the older student, and she chose me. I asked her why. Okay, because like I met you once. I said it nice. I was like, hey, and then I was like, ask because it's bugging me. Why me? And her, like, in you were always, ever I said hello, you were there. You always smiled at me, even just by doing that handshake with you, because that's something we had. It was like something fun. Even like saying in the corridor, or it's a really big. That's actually the first guy I ever met. You know,
That's great. Yeah.
I wouldn't say with. One small thing, anybody's day, or like anybody. Yeah, it's great. And I have to admit, after we like would meet, we she needed more time with me, and she would always feel like there's like an issue that she didn't want me to judge her for. Okay, so you don't have to have a diary. Okay, and she wouldn't use it. So diary, and I was like, I'll tell you what, if you do it, I will do it. You like right. And I was like, it may seem stupid, but how about we write on this diary? So we did that. She laughed at me and wrote on it. And I went, see how stupid? I think it's stupid. And sometimes what we're thinking, I'm not going to say what you're thinking, but sometimes people seem so insignificant. And when you reflect on your worries, sometimes you're like, oh, that's actually the big had. And it was like a really big thing. I was like, okay, read it out. So she read it. I was like, okay, say it this time, but like you're alive. She laughed and she was like, this sounds stupid. Like, what, the voice? And she was like, no. well, I'm not going to be. And times when she would write something down, and no matter what I did, would make her smile. So I would tell her to scrunch it up, rip it up, and throw it in the bin. Forget about it for a whole day. I then remember what you wrote on that piece of paper. Sometimes she would say, "Okay," we'd sit there, we'd talk, and we'd think about how they resolve the issue. But my message from that side story, someone is one like millions and millions of things. You know, great. Use your experiences to your advantage. I mean, I felt like
Yeah, right.
that.
Thank you. I don't think there are any
Are
questions.
there any?
So,
Okay.
if you want to say, go for it. And otherwise, I don't mind, I guess. Last words?
One, never give up. Never give up. Don't give up. Two, and help as many people as you can. Three, always don't judge a book by its cover. You don't know my hand. See, and I'm going to use a very old quote for a movie, but every quarter mile at a time, talking about what's going to happen in 50 years, 100 quarter mile. That's it.
Thank you. Send it over. Right.
I will send it to you
Thanks
right
everyone
now.
Hope you can again soon. Bye for now.